do the stuff.
The stuff is...
Okay. Welcome to our European Solidarity Corps, where 6 of volunteers in Slovenia talk about their experiences, activities, and thoughts about volunteering in general. The event is organized by Pekarna Magdalenske mreže, and we do it now because right now Festival of Volunteering is starting in Slovenia. So first, we're going to introduce ourselves, tell why we picked Slovenia, and why we picked to choose to volunteer in general, and then we will have more discussion afterwards. So maybe, okay, my name is Filip, I'm from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and I'm European Solidarity Corps in Pekarna Magdalenske mreže in Maribor, and I've been volunteering here since beginning of November. Maybe somebody else can introduce themselves now. Maybe Lucas?
Oh, hi, my name is Lucas. I'm from Germany. I'm 20 years old, and I decided to volunteer directly after high school. Thank you very much. And I'm in Slovenia since September, and I'm also working for Pekarna Magdalenska mreže. That means I'm active in the same organization as Filip is.
Okay. Marine, would you like to say?
Yeah. So I'm Marine, I'm from France, 26. I've been in Slovenia since July, and I work for bodo in Škofji Loki.
Okay, now Manon or Michaela or Gilles, you can also do it all in a row.
Okay, I'm Gilles, I'm from France, I'm in the same organization than Philippe and Lucas, Pekarna Magdalenske mreže. I'm here till the beginning of September, and that's it. And now maybe Manu, can you say something?
Hello, I'm Manon from France. And my organization is bodo, but the name of the place I work is prihodu.
Hello, my name is Michaela. I'm from Ireland, and I work in Familia in Škofji Loki. I've been here since November, and I volunteered after I graduated from university. So.
Okay, thank you all. So we have 3 volunteers from Maribor, and all 3 of us are currently in Pekarna Magdalenske mreže, and then we have Marine and Manon from Zavod Orbita, and Michaela from Familia, also from Škofja Loki. Okay, so as Lucas said, after high school, he decided to come to volunteer. I decided to come to volunteer here after my studies, and Gilles decided to come to volunteer after her job. So 3 of us in Pekarna, we have all these different starting points and the reasons why we chose here. And maybe 3 of you from Škofja Loki can tell us why you picked to volunteer, or why you picked EVS in general. And then later we'll talk about why Slovenia. Thank
you. Last year I was volunteer in France, and I was working with European volunteers, so that's why I heard about it. So I decided to come in this program.
Marine, you can say?
Yeah. For me, it's pretty much the same, because I was volunteering in France with Manu. We were together in the same association, and seeing other European volunteers made me want to try it on too. So that's why I did it. And also it gave me 1 more year to figure out what kind of job I want to do and to actually find one. So that was a bonus.
And we have...
Yeah, like I said, sorry. I said I volunteer after I graduated from university. So I graduated in actually November, like 2 days before I came here. So I wanted to take a year out before I did a master's. So I said, yeah, why not volunteer for the year, do something nice.
Okay, can we describe the process, or how come we all ended up in Slovenia? For example, I was doing internship support program provided by school here in Maribor, and then I decided to stay here to do my EVS because I like the organization, and also my partner, she lives here. So for me, that was the main reason I picked Slovenia to do my European Solidarity Corps volunteering thing. Now you guys can share your ideas.
Well, I was applying for several projects that I liked content-wise all over Europe. And then in the end, I was having interviews with those organizations, and I was informed a bit more about the projects. And also I was getting like a short impression of the people I would use to work with. And I did not decided so much for Slovenia, but more for Pekana Magdalenska mreže, because the people that were there were looking very friendly. I really liked the project and the content that was offered. And in the end, that mixture out of things I really would like to do and people I would like to work with was influencing my decision to come to Slovenia the most. What influenced you the most, Jill?
I think for me, I choose Slovenia and this organization because it was the last time for me, the last year, to be a volunteer in this kind of program. And I chose this organization because it was really into some topics I really like into cultural fields and into LGBT topic. And I'm really activist in this topic, and it's really interesting things. And if I choose Slovenia, is because at first I want to go to northern country, but finally I have this opportunity with Pekana, and it was really good interview, and finally I choose, and I don't regret to be in Mariboru. Okay, what about you, maybe Mari?
For me, I just I was applying in different countries that I wanted to see, like Italy because I've already been there and use the language, Denmark because I always dreamed of going there, and I ended up in Slovenia because Manon was recruited first and they needed a second volunteer, so she told them about me. And the project was really interesting. The fact that I could work in Škofji Loki museum, that was something that I'd already done and that I like doing. So it was really interesting for me. And also it was a bit reassuring for me, and also mostly for my parents to know that I would be going in a foreign country with someone else, a friend, someone that they knew, like as I was less scared and everything. So yeah, and I don't regret it because like the town is beautiful, and it's not a country I would have considered, but I'm really glad I followed Manon here. So Manon, maybe you can explain how you were picked.
Yeah, at the beginning, I didn't really want to go specifically in Slovenia. I wanted to go like in England or something like this, but the organization sent me an email and they talked me about this project, and it was really interesting, and the interview was really, really nice. Like they were really friendly, so I decided to come in Slovenia, and actually I really don't regret it. I even want to stay more, so.
And Michaela, can you tell us a bit about it?
I chose Slovenia because thank you, Phil. I chose Slovenia because I basically was here like 2 or 3 years ago during Interrailen, only for like maybe 3 or 4 days, but I fell in love with Slovenia. So mine was actually really specific. I only applied to this project in Slovenia and I got it. So I only kind of wanted to, I think, yeah, try living in Slovenia for a while. And yeah, like I'm really happy I did. I love it here.
Okay, now maybe you can say something about how you felt when you came here. Were there some cultural differences? But some new people you met, or how the first 15 days looked for you? For me, it's a bit different because I'm from Yugoslavia, so I already been in Mariboru and in Slovenia, and I have a lot of people here. But for you, I believe it was a different story. So maybe Michaela, if you would like to say something about coming to Škofja Loki and how it felt and what were your problems and stuff.
Problems, I'm not really sure. I don't know. It was very smooth sailing. Like I had graduated like 2 days before, so I actually wasn't home, and like so it was kind of a bit of a rush coming here. I didn't really have much time to think about it. I just had everything packed up, and then I arrived in Slovenia. Well, actually, I flew into Venice, and I remember even starting off, it was really nice because on the driver that I was like, who was driving me to Škofji Loki, to Ljubljana, he even bought me a coffee, and I was like, oh, life is going to be nice here. So yeah, it was. I mean, it was really, really nice. And when I arrived in Ljubljana, my coordinator collected me with some of my housemates, and then they had a dinner and all prepared when I arrived. And yeah, it was really, really welcoming and really nice. And I think it was so smooth. And I don't know, I didn't feel like nervous or anything at all about coming. And I don't know, maybe I should have been, but like not really actually the way it went. But like because everyone was so nice, so it was yeah, it was very smooth sailing. Lucas, what did you think when you arrived?
I mean, I had like the summer after high school classically to come here, so I was thinking a bit more about it, and I think I was at least on the way here a bit nervous about how will people be, will I find new friends, everything will be nice and stuff like this. But then I arrived and Tasha picked me up and she took me for a lunch, and she was our supervisor at the time. It was really, really nice and I felt really good. And then I went home, and I live in a very big flat in Slovenia with 9 other people, 1 Slovene girl and 8 Erasmus students. So all of them were coming from somewhere abroad, and all of them were new, and they not had people there, and we really got very good along with each other, and then we somehow connected and became friends. And it was really nice because I was then coming home to a house full of friends, and that made it really easy for me to, yes, get used to this kind of living, and it was really nice and pleasant.
Maybe Lucas, you can pick somebody. Or maybe we should all practice this when we are done. We can pick somebody else to talk, so we don't have this little break and thing, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I will. Okay. I will pick someone. Mano, how will for you?
Before coming here, I was really, really stressed, and but at the end, our coordinators, they pick us up in Ljubljana at the airport, and during the first week we were just visiting Slovenia. Like we went to Bled, Ljubljana, and it was really, really nice. We were really, really welcomed. So yeah, at the end, no stress anymore, and I think I'm really, really nice here. Marine?
Unlike Manon, we were together. I really wasn't stressed because for me, like we finished our volunteering in Bordeaux and like came back to our parents for like a week, and then we were coming to Slovenia. And I think my brain, I had not realized it that I was gonna spend a year in another country. Like I only realized when I was on the plane. Like, but even in the airport check-in and everything, I just my brain would not realize I was going away for years. So like I wasn't really stressed. Just like, but when we arrived, yeah, same thing as Manon. Like our coordinator picked us up and they made us visit stuff for a week, and they were really super friendly. They took me to the museum to meet the people I would work with there, and same thing, like everybody was super friendly, helpful and everything. And even like being in the town, Škofji Loki, it's like, I don't know, it has this feeling, it's like some kind of homey, it's like super cute and everything, and just felt at home right away. And what about you, Gilles?
Okay, for me, I chose to come with bus, and it was really experimental trip because it was 21 hours of bus. But when I arrived in Mariboru, I have the lucky to see Lucas and Philip and Armand and Natasha. It was really good, and I was really tired. But the integration in Slovenia was really good for me. I don't know. I have nothing. I really enjoyed to discover Ljubljana and Maribor, and my workplace. Everything was good.
So all of us felt very comfortable, no problems, everything smooth. Okay, nothing weird happened. People were hospitable, no language barriers because almost everybody speaks English here. Okay, maybe now if you would like to say more about your organization you are at, what you work, maybe talk about some projects you do there, and maybe pick your favorite or a project, your personal project or something you are very invested to. For example, Lucas, Gilles and I, we are in a Pekarna Magdalenske mreže again. It's quite a not big, but it's an organization which works in many spheres, but essentially in the youth and culture thing. We have also a lot of social work, precarious work, and ecological work, many things. Till now, I was mostly helping out with the guests from Mariboru, which is a residency program we hold for 10 years already. Also, we have this little gallery where we have exhibition, talks, discussions. We also work in the movie sector or film sector, and I mean, there's quite a lot of things. And I don't know if I can pick my favorite part of it. Maybe I would emphasize the Stop Trick Festival, which is a stop motion festival, which usually happens in October. It's very nice. It's been going on for 10 years, I believe, or 11 or 9. And it's one of top 5 or top 6 in the world animation festival, which only concentrates on the stop motion, not the other animation. So it's worth visiting and coming. I don't know, maybe while we talk about Pekarna Magdalenske mreže, maybe 3 of us can continue, then you can present your organization. So maybe, I don't know, Lucas, if you would like to add something. A bit more.
Of course, I would like to add something. And even though I really enjoy these things, and I really like to participate in Stop Trick, and I really enjoy the time in the gallery, especially when there was Gilles' own exhibition. I'm sorry if I take something already up that you wanted to mention, but I really enjoyed that, and I really like the art. And yeah, we also have this one project that I really like, where we're visiting kids with special needs, and we're spending time there, and sometimes we're just playing and running around, sometimes we're doing a bit different stuff, and I think that's really great for them, and it's also nice for us, and this is also one of my favorite activities. But as Philip already mentioned, the fields and activities that we're doing are various and plenty, and I'm not sure if I can then further name like one special program or event that I really like, but maybe I can talk about Filmopeka and Rodrigo Filmopeka. We have these events where we're showing once a month a movie for free, not like super commercially successful movies, but really good movies that are worth to be seen. and everybody who likes can join and watch the movie. And afterwards, we're discussing it. And mostly there's also a person who is like a critic or either a bit of an expert regarding the field or knows more about the background. So then there's like a led discussion afterwards. And they're always really nice. And Rubrico Filmopeca, this is more like a workshop where you can learn from a proper film critic that is working for the Slovene television, how to write critics on your own and how to develop your style of writing and to see the important details of movies. And I think, yes, that's what I would put up. And now we can hear what Jill likes the most or what is really important for him.
Yes, for me, during my experiences in Pekarna, it was really good because I can propose a lot of projects and I can do this project in reality. I do my own exhibition about my photography of walls, and it was really interesting, and yes, it was really interesting for me to do this and to prepare these photos and all the event. But by the way, it's really interesting for me to have this French class with Slovenian people because I teach French for Slovenian people, and it's a free class and it's really interesting. And Lucas, don't say this, but teach German too. And I really like to do this project about sex education too, because I think it's a topic we don't really talk, and it's really important to talk. And yes, maybe now we can hear the story of Michaela.
Yeah.
My organization is Familia. They work with, I think, 10 other centres, usually around like Škofji Loki, Kran, and Pogovor is the one they have. So I work in Jalijanjica, which is a school of children with special needs. So I'm there 3 days a week. And then 1 day a week, I go to a residential home in Pogovor. And so basically, in the school, I'm in the school with children with special needs. I'm basically kind of helping out with gym, with lunch, and yeah, it's really, really rewarding. I absolutely love it. And in the residential home, then basically I'm just supposed to be like their friend, and I talk to them, and sometimes help with English and stuff. But yeah, I love it. And on 1 day a week, then we rotate around the different centres. So the other centres, the volunteers, we go like each month, so we'll spend like the 4 or 5 Mondays in each month in a different centre to see what that's like. And it's really good because there's like youth centres, daycares, and you kind of get a taste for everything. So it's very varied. Yeah, I love work at it. Marine, about your work?
So my work is a bit divided because so Zavodo is partnering with the museum in Škofja Loki, and I work there 3 days a week, and the rest of the time I'm in Prijateljice Strigi, but I think I'll let Manon talk about it because she's there more than me. In the museum, I have the opportunity to do a lot of stuff. During the summer, I was helping to welcome the public and sell the ticket and at the reception and everything. So it gave me the occasion to talk with some tourists and stuff, and like learn about why they were visiting Slovenia. So it was really interesting. I also did some communication work. The biggest one I had to do was during the summer because it was the museum 80 years anniversary. So I was in charge of all the communication, like made the flyer, the program with all the events for the week, and every day make some Instagram posts to talk about the events that were happening and everything. So it was really one of my most interesting and full project. Straight when I read it was really fun to do. I also do some more like not administrative job, but I did some inventory of some catalogs that were in the museum. So it's a bit more tedious, but it was also an interesting part of working in a museum that I haven't done before. So I learned stuff. So it was nice. And lately I've been working on 2 projects that I really like. One is going to be a virtual photo exhibition with pictures from us volunteers in Škofji Loki, showing like everybody's impression of the city. And it's really nice because everybody has a different view on the town, so I'm learning a lot of stuff. It's really cool. And the other one is creating a game for adults in the museum, like a fun way to visit that's a bit different than a classic tour with a brochure and everything. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff to do. Manon, if you could speak about the other parts.
Yeah, sorry, there are some people, so I hope you hear me well. So when I arrived, I think the first thing I did, it was a photo exhibition from artists from Škofja Loki. I also did a workshop with kids, workshop with old ladies, like French cooking. Every month I was also doing French lessons, free. It was everything is free workshops, free exhibition, etc. We did some events with Marine, like for example, for Halloween we did Dia de los Muertos. I don't know if you know, it's like from Mexico. Yeah. We are doing, not anymore because of the virus, but European nights, like every month was a new country from Europe. I also helped for renovation. There's a lot of renovation in the building, so I helped. I did also some intervention in 2 schools in Škofja Loki. One is for kids, special kids, and another one in middle school. And I was talking about France, and we were doing some workshops, art workshops, etc. And I want to talk about my favorite project. The organization is now making magazine with the student club, and the first one was in December. And I did illustration for this magazine, like this. And this month there's a new one, and Marine also did articles about Slovenia, like French people in Slovenia, like what we like, what we don't like. And I did some comic to illustrate this article, so it's me and her. So yeah, that's my favorite project, because it's the first time I start to do illustration, and actually I really like it. So.
And what's the name of the magazine? Osmišljevalka?
I don't know. I don't know how to. Osmišljevalkalnik. Yeah. And I also opened the Instagram account with all my illustration, and the other I didn't put in this magazine.
Okay, thank you all. If there are some other activities, whatever you want to share, you are free to do so. Maybe 3 of us would also mention that we also collaborated with the elderly as well, and that we have also Antroza library, where we have these discussions and book readings and stuff. Many other events and projects we are not mentioning now because of the short period. But if I hear you all correctly, we all did many things in this period. So we, from PR, archival, language teaching, going to social centers, making our own projects, galleries, I don't know what not. So can you maybe now, can we talk about our learning progress, about, I don't know, how this volunteering helped us, or how it does it mean something to us? Because if we grow, do we feel that we help to a local community? What we are going with it, and what will we do maybe after we are done with our volunteering, but mostly about our learning process and is help to local community. Maybe Gilles now can start. Why not? Or if somebody.
No, it's okay. It's okay. For me, I think this volunteering, it's really important for me because I improve my English and I get more trust on myself about my language, and now I think I'm okay in English. And by the way, more for volunteering and it's important for local community. I think all the work we do in this house for children with special need or with elderly people, it's really important because you are directly in front of people with disability or with some difficulty, and it's really interesting to have this human link between you and us, and it's maybe more deep when you are from foreign country because you need to adapt and talk about a lot of things, and it's really important. And I think all the cultural program we propose in Pekana, it's really important too, because we talk about feminists, we talk about some minority, and we try to include different kind of people. And I think it's, for me, it's really something I want to develop more in my life after these experiences. Maybe I can ask Manu.
So I did this year at the beginning just to have some experience because it's quite hard to have a job in France without experience. But at the end, I really learned more than I expected. Like I evolved in English because I couldn't speak like this, like I'm doing now in English. I was so ashamed of my accent and what I was saying. I also evolved in art, like the illustration I did. I also did a lot of posters and Facebook course, so I'm really happy about it. And I also helped the community, like the elder people. I was teaching them French, the French culture, and I think they were happy. Like they tried French wine and French cheese, so of course they were happy. And also the kids in need, and yeah, it was really, really nice experience. Maybe Luca?
Yes, I would say definitely in the beginning, I have to admit that I learned Slovene, even if my Slovene is far away from being good or okay. I know more Slovene words than I knew before. That is at least an improvement. And yes, I think that what Jill said is really true for us, and that in Pekana Magdalenska, a really big goal is to include everyone and every minority and to give everyone an ear or a stage to be heard, and that people are able to speak free and without fear about their problems and their stuff. And I think that is really nice for me, and all those impressions I got and all the also ideas and the stuff that was going on, and when we were discussing and people were sharing their opinions, that was really, really valuable for me, I think. And I learned a lot, definitely. And I would say the same is somehow applying for the local community. I think everybody who's going, for example, to those readings from the Aunt Rosa Library is learning something about really nice writers that had really nice theories and important things to say, and nobody is leaving those events dumber than they were before. And I think education is the best way of liberation or something like that, and I think that's really great. How was it, or how's it for you, Philip?
I don't know why I thought I will escape this. For me, it was great because, especially in the beginning, I mean, when I came here, it was one of my first meetings to sit there in the office and to talk. But it was beautiful. I mean, of course, many things I learned, many things I improved, which I know from before. Languages, of course. Also, working as a team or supporting each other. Maybe that's my biggest takeaway from here. Know that we can thank that for our beautiful mentors and colleagues from work. Also, maybe ability to create projects from scratch. So we have to have idea, then to start, and then do everything. A lot of work. Yeah, I mean, also you realize that you can do something which you like and enjoy, and that that the job or work or labor is not something we have to hate or dislike, which is also a very good thing. Yeah, for now, that's all I will share. Maybe, Michaela.
Yeah, I think a lot from this year, especially I think confidence and just, I don't know, like when in the workplace when we were doing like more presentations and workshops, I think more like nearly like discipline to actually like host them. And I'm not very good at discipline, and I'm still working on it, because when I work in the school with children with special needs and all, I'm always like just wanting to keep like playing, and it's like, I don't know, when they do stuff wrong, it's like, okay, no, you have to have maybe a bit more discipline and becoming a bit more of a leader maybe. And also in my school, patience, I think I already had some, but you need a lot more when you're working with children with special needs, or just children in general. And and basically I think confidence, patience. But the main thing I think I learned was actually outside of the work, was living with people from basically all over Europe, and just learning so much about their culture and how they live. And for me, it's I think it's invaluable, because I would never know that otherwise. I think you learn so much from living with people, and you're like, oh, they do that in Russia, or oh, they do that in Poland. You learn so much, and yeah, I think it's really, really priceless. And just learning to live with people who have different mindsets of you, and have different beliefs and all, and just I think it's it's really, really rewarding, and also it's an experience you don't get to do this. So I think that was the main takeaway I took from the year. Manu?
I already did, but Marin, I think you didn't.
Yeah. I think this has really been a super interesting year, discovering a new country, and the culture is so different from France, and honestly I think I like it here maybe more than my own country, because people are so much nicer, and it's so much more relaxed, and I don't know, that just the different atmospheres are just so much better, and it has been so relaxing to be in this country for a year. For me, really a zen year. It was really nice, and also on a professional level, at the museum, I got to be part of a team and help the curators work on exhibitions and their own projects, and I also had the opportunity to make my own the games I did for the kids and everything, and it was really nice to have the opportunity to do both, contribute to something that already exists, but adding my own ideas and proposing new stuff. And it really has been interesting. Also, I did some my crafting skills have improved a bit, because I had to do decoration for the Christmas market or stuff like that, and helping redecorate the kids' workshop room, and it has been really nice. It helped a bit with my crafting skills, so it was good.
So we did a round, yes. Okay, maybe now we can all unmute and try to have more relaxed discussion. If we went through this, it hopefully won't be too many of technical issues. I mean, now we can also use this time to maybe to promote some things we are doing these days, to invite people to come. And if not, I will ask Lucas to kind of tell us more about this European Solidarity Corps we are part of, because it's a specific part of volunteering, and he can tell us more. Before that, maybe for the people in Mariboru, they are welcome to come to our gallery K18 every working day from 2 to 6. And also tomorrow on Thursday at 8 o'clock, Gilles is going to have his travel log where he's going to talk about his hometown.
Yes.
Yes, and yeah, that's it. So please, if you have something to add, to share, now's the time. Or maybe
you do the job. You do the job for me, Philip.
For our organization, we not making events anymore because of the virus, but we do it on Facebook. So the name of Facebook is Prihodu Ostrigi, and there's events like concert and cooking lesson. Like at the beginning of the month, it was really. So yeah, if you want to have some events, just go on the website. And I hope by the end of my project I will also make an exhibition about my illustration if people can come.
Oh,
great.
Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, before, when we talk about our experiences and how we learn, we I think we all intentionally avoided a bit of this long period behind us, or behind us, about Corona thing, and how we learn to use all of these online platforms and to do many things online, which is not easy to start, but now I think we are all relaxed. So yeah, and we can show that even we can volunteer and do good from afar or from home or whatever. Like Lucas is not with us. I don't know. Maybe somebody else few final words before Lucas kind of generally presents.
I think Marine want to say something.
Yeah, so technically this week I'm going to finalize my virtual photo exhibition about Škofja Loki, and hopefully next week it will be on the museum website. So once it's done, I invite you all to take a look and see like what amazing pictures the others have taken.
I just have a question for you guys. What do you want to do after your project?
Oh. I think I can start. I think before I will try to come back in French. I think it's not so easy, and when I come back in France in Paris, I will maybe enjoy a little bit the summer and maybe continue my study or finish my study or maybe find a new job. But yes, I'm sure now I'm really into the field of culture and I don't want to be in other field like this. That's it.
We'll continue. So my projects end in 1 month, and also like Jill, I would like to go back to France to see my family because it's been a while now. But I would like maybe to come back here and try to find a job, but it's kind of hard. So yeah, if someone hear me.
But Škofja Loki, not Ljubljana, Mariboru, Škofja Loki specifically, huh?
No, even Ljubljana, I really like it. But in Slovenia in general.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can continue so that we are all the French people in one go. Same, like we're gonna have to try to find a way back to France and come home, and then after that, I think like trying to find either a job that would make my parents happy, being financially independent and all that, or find like we have this other type of volunteering in France that's called the VIE. It's like volunteering in French administration or companies that are abroad, and so maybe try to find something like that. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm still searching, looking.
Well, I'm not French, but I will just say what I gonna do afterwards. I will go to study financial science, and I got a nice scholarship for that, and I will study in Germany, so I will then go back for at least 5 years to study, and then I will see, I guess.
And yes, maybe I will just talk a little bit, because for me it was funny. Lucas are 10 years less than me, and it was a little bit like my little brother, all the volunteering, and it was really good. And I don't know, I think for this too, volunteering is great. You meet new people, all of you, and this is important to say.
Yes, I definitely agree with that one. It's like really nice that you meet people. They're so kind and they're growing like another family. And I would also state that I see Jill as my older brother, and whenever I was needing any kind of weird advice, I was always asking Jill and Philip. They were there for me. And
yeah, very specific advices.
yes, sometimes more specific than other times, but yes, I'm really glad that I had them.
Okay, just one technical aspect. Michaela has problem with connection, so she cannot hear us properly.
I think she
Unfortunately,
said connect and come back.
yeah, she'll try. Yeah. Okay, we'll write her to try to come back, and maybe if you don't have anything to add, we can switch. Ask Lucas to present EVS, European Solidarity Corps, how to apply, what it is, and then we can wrap this up. Yeah?
With pleasure. So to explain what is the European Solidarity Corps, I will answer this question first, and then we will go further about what are the advantages, disadvantages, where exactly you can go, in which kind of frame you have to be to apply, and then we will see how we end this. So the European Solidarity Corps is the new European Union initiative which creates opportunities for young people to volunteer or work on projects in their own country or abroad that benefit communities and people around Europe. That is what the European Solidarity Corps is telling about themselves, and that is actually really true. It is an opportunity for young people to go abroad or to stay home and do some work that benefits the communities. Around Europe is not totally correct, because there are also some partner states that are not actually Europe. For example, Israel and the Russian Federation are two of them. I think I also saw projects in Egypt. So actually it's going even a bit further than over the physical or geographical borders of Europe. Nevertheless, the rules of applying and the benefits are the same for all projects, regardless if they're inside the geographical borders of Europe or not. For first thing to register, you have to be between 17 and 30 years. Important to say there is you cannot start a project with 17, you have to be 18, but you can already apply and search for projects. Usually there is this European Youth Portal where you can register yourself, and then you can looking for organizations and projects. And that's also one of the benefits. First, you have all the projects, all the volunteering opportunities out of one source. You have this huge portal with all the available choices for you, what is making it really not really easy to find, because there are really plenty of them, but what making it easy to find a way to find them. And there you register, then you have to find first a sending organization in your home country that is sending you abroad, that will help with stuff and support you. And they will also brief you before you go. And then when you found them, you should search for a project that is really interesting from you. And that is maybe one of the biggest advantages of the European Solidarity Corps. The amount of fields is really, really huge. You can do stuff from working with disabled and people in needs, over preventing natural disasters or rebuild afterwards. You can work in centers for people that are having a migrational background or coming from minorities. You can work on social issues in communities. You can work on ecological issues. The choice are really plenty, and the projects are all really, really good and doing really nice stuff for the European community. And aside of that various pool of activities to choose, you also have like a lot of countries. And one of the nicest facts maybe is that you have not to support yourself financially, so you do not need any means to do this. And what I meant with that, you're not getting a normal wage. However, it will be taken care of your food. You will receive pocket money. You will have a room or a flat, so your living costs will be covered. Also, your insurance costs and even the travel costs will be taken care of. In addition to that, you're receiving then a language course in the country of your choice and their national language. And also in the end, you will get a certificate that you actually were doing that. Well, and for everyone who wants further information, then it would be really cool if they contact us, because I have a thing that is called European Solidarity Corps Guide 2020 Call. And these are 95 pages of further and more specific informations about the European Solidarity Corps, if people are interested on taking a really close look.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Also, we forgot to say this in the beginning, but if you have any specific questions or any questions at all, you can write them in the comment section, and then we, 6 of us, will try to answer it as best as possible, also in comments as well. So it should be under our stream there. Okay. So thank you, Marine, Manon, and Kayla. Hope we can come one day to Škofja Loki, and hope you 3 of you can also come and visit us in Mariboru, so we can do some projects together. It was lovely to speak with all of you. And yeah. Maybe last thing to say, we can unmute. Michaela is unfortunately not online, but
it was really nice to do this, and I think
Thank you very much.
I think Manon will agree with me when we say you're very welcome in Škofja Loki anytime you guys want to visit.
Well, they have 1 month left, so
so be quick.
We will come, yeah, of course. Okay.
Okay, maybe we all say bye and then we stop recording.
Okay.
Yes?
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Vidimo.
Bye. Se vidimo.